they need to put somebody in situ to get them over this particular hurdle. Of course they're going to bring a big manager in, whatever that big manager looks like, whether it's an Englishman or whether it's a foreigner. It's going to be a name that's going to be able to start the project rolling. The first obstacle is ensuring it's not a catastrophe they get relegated. It's an embarrassment for them because of all the furore that goes around the wealth that these people have, right? And it will be a step back. It won't be the end of Newcastle.
It's not far off a catastrophe, Simon, in terms of what they want to do.
Yes, of course, but we all know this is a project that's not going to happen overnight. Even Manchester City, that started from a stronger foundation than Newcastle did. When Manchester City were taken over by Sheikh Mansour, they'd finished 9th in the league the previous season. So they were a club that had stability in the Premier League. Newcastle have been operating around the lower echelons of the Premier League for the last 2, 3, 4 years, and they've got an owner which has created, or in part created, a club that's very much at odds with itself. So you're always going to have to build. So if it took Manchester City 4 years to achieve anything meaningful, or certainly 3 when they won the FA Cup, it's going to take Newcastle at least the same. Now, what you don't want to do is you've got plenty of time, but you don't want to waste any time. So getting relegated will be a waste of time. Going down to the Championship is not like going down to the Championship for any other club, because you've got people behind you that can afford to do what they want, when they want, how they want. So you're going to be under no pressure with player acquisitions. You're going to get the best playing squad in that division. You'll probably rock straight out of it.
But you're going to attract big name players if you're in the Championship.
But by the same token, you're taking a step back that you don't want to take. So it's a key component of trying to make the right decisions and thinking literally and laterally about the problems that you've got. There's no good getting a Hollywood signing right now. You need someone that's going to get in amongst the muck and bullets and get down and dirty and do what it takes to drag them out. Who that's going to be and what's going to incentivise them is going to be a short-term job with maybe an option at the end of it, which says if you get 50 points or 47 points, you have an option to stay, and if we don't take that option up, we've got to pay some more money. So everybody gets everything all the way around. So it does look like somebody like Sam Allardyce or someone of that ilk, which might bring in a sharp intake of breath, but you have to get away from this conundrum that you've got right now. Graham Jones is not the answer. Graham Jones...
Well, you keep saying that. I don't understand why.
Because he's not a manager's coach. And in this situation...
but I think he'll have an involvement.
Well,
even beyond this weekend.
He may well have an involvement. If you were bringing Martinez in, you could clearly understand he'd have an involvement. I don't see Martinez coming in for 5 minutes.
Sure.
What would happen normally is a guy comes through the door. If they've got an open mind, they look at the coaching setup that's there. If they haven't got an open mind and they believe that what they need is their own people around them, it doesn't matter what we think. Graham Jones and Stephen Clements and all those guys will be out the door, and the guy will come in with his trusted regime of people that come into a football club and resolve problems. If it was Sam Allardyce, in would come Sammy Lee and whoever else he has around him. Right. So with that in mind, Graham Jones will fix a certain problem, which is hold order. You know, I made some observations yesterday, and people have taken them literally, about the fact that there's been certain observations with Steve Bruce that whatever tactically right decision they got, that was Graham Jones that made it. Whatever tactically wrong decision they got, that was Steve Bruce. So I'm sort of making the facetious observation, well, you've got what you want, you've got your Messiah in there now, Graham Jones, he's going to see you through the woods. I don't think he will.
But he's a well-respected coach. That's why Southgate went for him in the Euros.
But there's a vast difference.
He's about to take training in 20 minutes.
There's a vast difference between being a coach and being a manager.
No, I get that. I understand that.
These players, they don't need coaching. They need managing. They need motivating and inspiring and understanding the responsibilities they have. Because quite clearly, at this moment in time,